we're recording now. So Abby, if you want to kick us off, you can.
Yep, awesome. All right, let's see. So Salam did give us an update in WhatsApp regarding the Project 55, and then also 58, 59, and 60. And he said, let's see, he was able to arrange a pickup car directly from Gushigu instead of, and I'm sorry, Benny, I'm going to murder these towns, but Nalarigu?
Yes.
Okay. Where Ben lives, to go pick up the hand pumps from Bolga to Gushigu Township. I spoke to the municipal chief executive, and he offered me a car from the assembly for free. I only had to buy fuel and TNT for the driver. I was able to save $100 in all logistics. So that was
his update.
Yeah, that's his update. So that's
Okay.
great.
Nice.
Yes, I actually called him during the weekend. He said he was arranging to get a car from the Gushegu Municipal straight to Bolga. So
Yeah.
I said that was fine.
Yeah, that's perfect. Nice. And then I think the other along those same lines that you have here as well, Abby, is the Project 55 photos, and is that what you're working on, Benny?
Yes, that's what I'm working on.
Okay, I wasn't sure
Yes,
which
so
project.
it's that same photos Salam shared that I'm currently finding it hard to locate on the album link.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So, because 55, then once you get those photos, but just to be clear, he does have photos for that project, correct?
Yes, he has photos.
Okay. Great. So then, with those photos, you will be able to create a blog post and put the pin information with my help, into the project. If you have any questions, just let me know.
Okay.
And so that's good. I don't have any more on that. Do you have any concerns with that Project 55 and the work you need to do, Benny, or are you all good?
No, I'm all good. I think that will be my first the project I'll start from fresh. So
Yeah. If you have
I'm
questions, no worries. Just shout out in Discord first, or WhatsApp if it's more personal, whichever. Well, we're here to help, and we're learning too, so don't worry.
Yeah, for sure.
okay, sure.
Yeah, it's
Perfect.
good. That's great.
Let's see. And so August I haven't heard from, so I'm not sure if maybe he'll be a little late to this meeting, but we'll see. Danny and Megan maybe have some network trouble.
Yeah, I don't. Danny and Megan, you guys there? You dropping off?
Yeah, counterpart.
Oh, no worries.
Okay.
No worries.
So in our meeting with Megan on Friday, we had discussed the blog order coming up, and so let me get my notes and correct me if I'm wrong on any of these, Megan. But we decided like the next blog post should be the new brand announcement, kind of like saying, hey, you've seen some things in the past week or two, noticing some changes in our brand. So we're going to do that one first, and then
let's go slow so Benny can get it right, and Megan can correct us if we're wrong. Megan was thinking that the brand announcement was needed, and that was something that her and I and the Presidu were gonna write up. She was gonna take a first cut at it. If I'm right, is that right, Megan?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, and then once that's done, we'll get that wording to you, Benny, and you can put it. I'm gonna do some animation for it, kind of the transition to the new logo, maybe. And so we're gonna write that one, but that's probably one of our first priorities, Megan felt, because we're starting to get a good bit out there, and it's time probably to announce that. So does that make sense to you, Benny?
Yes, sure.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and create that animation, and we're going to work with Megan to create the content for that blog post. And then you'll just essentially shorten that blog post and use it as our social media posts for the rest of those outlets, if that's okay.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, and then the next one was the next priority was probably the announcement of the new website. And again, Megan is going to write that with help from the Presidio and myself, and then we'll probably just do some screenshots or a screenshot maybe of the new website. But we want to announce that and get that out, and then we'll do the same with that. Benny, we'll give you essentially the blog post content and the images, and then you can just push it out and out to our, not only to our blog post, but also then to social media.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
And then the things that the next priority that came up was Project 55, and the fact that you're working on that with Salam to go ahead and get that. You should, if you would, because you are familiar with that, you know how the pre-commissioning went and all of that. Feel free to write that blog post and then run that by Megan, if you would.
Oh,
For 55 as you're doing, and then it'll just be a summary of that or a shortening of it for the social media post. And if you're going to get images on 55, then that all should be good.
okay.
And then after that, we're thinking that coming up is going to be August's project that we'll need some blog posts for, and also social media posts. But he's not on this call right now. I'm not sure why, with his project coming up. But we will. You'll do, Benny. You can do his project 55
Okay.
blog, or I'm sorry, 50 blog post, and then you can just run that by Megan as well. And then the last one is just to fill in with the remaining team members, I think, which you're doing great on those. They look amazing.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I actually saw August post about the event on his personal profile on Facebook. So I was waiting to ask in today's meeting. I wrote it down. I wanted to ask if we would be creating a new post, or we are just sharing what he had.
Yeah, no, I think Megan would agree is that is that we should be probably making individual posts for sure on our own. Yeah.
Yes.
Megan, do you want to go ahead and comment on that?
Yeah, is it pertaining to the event specifically for where we're posting?
If we're gonna repost August's event that he shared on his personal site, or should we just do?
I guess the question is, like, we're gonna do blog posts and social media posts for August's project because it's our project, not really his.
Oh, okay.
And so,
okay, yes.
But the thing too is that should we reshare any of his posts about the project, Megan? Do you think, or do you think we should just focus on what we create, the content we create?
I don't think it's necessary to repost his. I think that we could just focus on the ones that we create, and then if anything, we could like give a link or a tag to like his band, just so like it's still in the loop, but it still shows that we're the ones that are like hosting it and sponsoring.
Yeah, I agree. I agree, and I think that's one of the things that is critical is that, Benny, just so you know that this is all funded and part of the Give Basic Needs brand. While it incorporates his band and another band, it really is our event. And so in that regards, with us funding and organizing and all of that, it really needs to just come from us, as Megan said, I think. And then we won't necessarily repost his posts on our social medias. We'll just create our own content based on his project.
Oh, okay.
And you can start doing that, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, sorry, Megan, it's coming to me slowly today, but we also did talk about you kind of giving Benny just like a an outline, if you will. Do you want to talk about that for a minute?
Yeah, for the first post for the rebranding and the announcing the website, we were going to work together to get the post written up for it.
Mm-hmm.
But then for August post, like maybe if Benny's cool that I can put together kind of like an outline for like what to say when, or not like what to say, but kind of like the frequency and then what each post should kind of contain of like that there's going to be something coming up and then giving more details as we go with sharing the flyer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it'll kind of be like a series of like 3 posts, Benny. I think it was 3 or 5, I thought, that we kind of came up with, that Megan was going to give you an outline, like, okay, this first one should be like a teaser that our first musical event's coming up. And then the second one will be like, okay, we're going to reveal the location. I don't know what Megan has planned on that, but she's going to kind of give you the outline and guidance on that. But does that make sense?
Yes, sure. That's cool.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. And
Do we have any more questions on the social media outlets? And Elena, do you have any insight or opinion on the process that we're going through and what we're doing here with the socials?
No, that sounds good to me.
Okay. Yeah, so I can give,
Or do you want to discuss that one next?
yeah, let's go ahead.
Okay. And so Ben had reached out to us, needing and asking and I guess wondering if we could do something for him, like Wi-Fi or data, to help him out with all of the posts and things like that until he's able to go to Tamale. So we definitely think that's warranted and that we will be able to, and Kevin will work out the logistics and stuff with you, Ben, as far as getting you some connectivity so that you won't have any issues with the posts or, being able to do your work as well.
Yeah, and I think, Ben, you had sent me some information on Starlink. So we use Starlink personally for our work, and we use Starlink in Laredo for our internet service. And so in Mexico. And so if you're thinking, I would really like Starlink to be at the office.
Okay.
But I understand the need, and with the being a caregiver for your family, we totally understand that. So I don't know if that's. I guess is what I wanted to talk about is it's not a problem for us to do Starlink at the office in the future. And I wish Salam were on this call, but he's unable to attend. But we would maybe save some money if we did this at the office as well, because I know he has Wi-Fi expenses at the office. But what are you thinking on that, Benny, with regards to? Is your data plan just killing you now on expenses? Where are we at?
In Ghana here, most of our data plan is we call it pay as you go.
Okay.
You would have to subscribe. They give you the amount of data.
Uh-huh.
If it's exhausted, you will have to buy again. We don't have a plan where you pay a fixed amount probably every month and have fixed amount of data or unlimited data here to use.
Okay.
Yes, so you pay as you go. You pay for some time. When it finishes, you buy again. But just the new government, they were complaining about the cost of data when they were in opposition.
Uh-huh.
So now that they are in power, we were hoping that they would quickly do something about the data plan, but we are not hearing anything.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Okay. And so tell me, is it how much is the Starlink again?
The monthly subscription is 550 cedis for the light, which would be about $50.
Okay.
Yes, but the kit itself about $580. Yeah, which
500.
is a yes, one-time payment.
Mhm.
Yeah. So in my initial message, I was like, if it would be so much, maybe I could take care of the kids.
Mhm.
Yes, as maybe I get help with monthly subscription.
Okay, okay. So, and just curious, what are you paying now, like to do your job for Give Basic Needs in the pay as you go model? Do you know?
Yeah. So roughly, because it's not fixed, in a month you buy piece together.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Yes, but currently in a month, in addition to my personal consumption, because I use data, I just even aside the activities or the work, the role as a content manager, I give basically. I still use data for my personal. So I spend about 350 cedis on data.
Uh-huh.
Yes, but I'm being careful sometimes because it is pay as you go.
Right.
Maybe at the time it can finish, then you wait a day or two to pay for the next subscription. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So let's so and then the Starlink the kit, which is the dish, and
Yes.
and the service, is that so personally we use like a roaming plan and we use the mini dish. I don't know if you have access to the mini.
Oh, okay.
Do you know this this one is there's the Gen 3 Starlink dish, and then there's the mini. Do you have access to both of those? Do you know? Sorry, Benny, did you hear me?
Yes, please. I didn't hear the last part.
It's
I'm
okay.
sorry
Yeah,
about-
yeah, no problem. So, do you have access to the dish that's called Gen 3 and the one that's called Mini, or just the Gen 3?
Okay, I've not actually.
Look,
When I check on their website, I see that the dish you can actually get the standard and the mini.
okay.
But
And
the Gen 3, I've not.
okay,
I don't actually have more.
yeah. So I think is what they're calling the standard is the Gen 3 dish. And then the mini
Okay.
and then the mini is just that. So is the one the mini is the one that we use. Its capacity is a little bit less, but it's far more portable and it uses a lot less energy, about half as much energy.
Okay.
So is what I'm wondering is how we could benefit from this dish if we bought the mini, for example. Is this something
Yes.
that you could use at a medical event and have everyone sign into to log in there? So one of the things that Salam is challenged with is entering data from a medical clinic, for example, on site because it's remote.
Yes.
But if you were able to travel there for the event to video it, and you took maybe the mini dish, or maybe you took the regular dish, and were able to find power for that, you could provide a network for the entire medical clinic, and they could enter data in real time.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I don't know if this, or for example, if you travel to the office, you could take it with you in the future when the situation at home might change.
Yes. Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, and so I'm wondering what your thoughts are on that. If that's something that if we purchased it or purchased the plan, the 500 CD or whatever, that we could use that for other purposes than maybe just your day-to-day operations.
Yeah, I think we can use it for other events, like going to a community to do a health screening. If we would have used for data there, since that one, I'm sure that plan is it's mobile. You can carry it to, because I see some other plans, they are fixed. So if it's a mobile plan, we can easily carry it there. Then after that, we bring it back.
Yes, yes. And that's what I was wondering, is that the mini plan for us is definitely a mobile plan, but we also have had a mobile plan on the larger dish as well. Will you be able to get power there or no? In these
So
remote...
some of the even events we go to, we have, if there's a need for us to use a microphone, those have gone to take pictures. Sometimes we hire a generator.
Aha.
That is, if there is a generator within the community, we hire a generator to power. Yes.
I
But
see.
it is not all the communities you go to get a generator. We sometimes go to some communities, there's no lights. We can't get a generator within. So if that's the case, unless we are organizing the generator from a different place to take it there.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yes.
And how about, just so I know, and how about when in the case of medical events? Have those been in the more remote places as well, or is it easy to get power at those type of events?
Yeah, some of our medical events, I can say most of them there's always power, but some we go to communities where there is no power.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Well, let's why don't you do some more? So the way that it would work is we would pay, just so we currently pay the bill in Mexico. We would just add another Starlink service essentially to the foundation in Ghana, is the way that we should try to do that. So if you can work with Abby to figure out which dish you want, what the plan is, and how much it costs, then we will look at adding that to our current operating expenses for data.
Okay. I'm just trying to think of how that would work because of the address.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah. So
because it's gonna, like for Mexico, we had to put in the Mexico address, and then that gets charged on the foundation card.
Okay.
So that's what I'm wondering, if we need to have like another Ghana account.
Yeah. Well, so Benny, you would attach, if you would have to attach it to our address, we probably would attach it to our Tamale address.
Okay.
The office address.
The office address, and then we would attach it to there. But again, we would be looking at a mobile plan, so we can use it for medical clinic data entry or live video streams or whatever else you might want to do in the field. And so, if it would be a mobile plan, so we would register it to the Tamale office address, and then you would take it remote wherever you were.
Okay. Then I'll check more about the remote plans. Yeah, I'm sure it's basically going to be the same as the plans and you have over there. But I'll still check on their website.
Okay, yeah. Look at their mobile. See, because we can't see your plans because you're in Ghana.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's totally different. You have to actually be in the country looking at the data. And Luke just asked if there was a business or a family plan, and I don't think there is. So, but we would register it under the foundation, and then that would just be another office expense, essentially, for our Ghana office.
Okay.
So, yeah, so if you could work with Abby to figure out and make sure that the remote plan... So, the dish for us, the mini, takes about... It draws about 27 watts, which is pretty low.
Okay.
So it's not a big energy draw that it takes to power the dish. It's quite low. And so in any case, it's something that that you should work with Abby on to figure out, and then I can help you on the finance side. But I think that this makes sense, especially if it's a mobile device that we can then take to giving events or what and the like.
Okay.
Yeah. Does anybody else have any thoughts on that? Elena, Megan, Danny, Luke, anyone else? Danny, what do you think?
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, I think just having it there. whether we use it for the office in the future or we use it for Benny personally, the role that he's doing now. I mean, you're not even right now doing a lot of video work, but uploading and moving videos around can definitely take a lot of data.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll look into that. That's good information, and thanks for asking, Benny.
Yeah, that's great. Perfect. And then you wanted to discuss the meta tags?
Oh yeah, really quick, Elena. So, this is with you and Benny. So there are meta tags on the website that haven't been changed, and they still read as though they are. They read sometimes with words like "pay it forward," etc. But on the web page itself, Benny, I think you found the area below in the page where that description is.
Oh, okay.
And we just need to go through each of the pages that are on the website and update that meta description. So that if somebody pastes a link, for example, to our donations, that it says the right wording. And Megan should probably have a look at that. And I don't know, Elena, what are you thinking about that? I know that it's like a certain number of words as well.
Yeah, so it's on each page underneath the all-in-one SEO box,
Hey, guys.
like underneath
Hey.
where the page is.
Okay.
And then I think it's 200 characters or something like that. And you can insert like the page name and the page description and stuff. So we can just create one, and then you would basically click into each page
Uh-huh.
and then paste the new one.
Okay,
And then
but
it's
should
saved.
it not be specific for the page? Like if it's for donations, should it say something about donations or not?
I mean, it can.
What
I
if-
guess the blogs are all the same.
Right, the
It's
blogs. So Benny, the blogs are all the same. It's just the pages, and there's only a handful of pages, maybe 12 pages.
Mm-hmm.
And so maybe is what Benny should do is copy well, Megan is working on a little bit of the content for the individual pages, but I think it's close enough to do this right now, is that if you highlight all of the content in the page, Benny, and then ask for that paste that into like a Chat GPT or a Google AI and ask it for this meta title string, it'll come up with something that's within the character limits that Elaine is talking about. Elena, do you think that's a good way to proceed?
Yeah, I would definitely. I think that's a good idea. I think that's actually how I generated the initial one.
Okay. So, Benny, do you understand that? Sorry, Benny, you're muted.
Oops, sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah.
No
So I think, yes, I do. So that means we would have the same for all the blog posts, but the individual pages, we look at the content of the page, then we generate the meta description to fit that.
Yes, and I think Elena, correct me here if I'm wrong as well, is that we can actually bump up our SEO score by putting in tags as well. So should Benny ask AI to generate relevant tags for that as well while he's doing it?
Well, I know of the tags function for the blogs, but I don't think they do tags for the actual pages.
Okay, I'm not literate when it comes to the SEO stuff. I understand how it works from a technical standpoint, but I don't know our best approach moving forward with that. So if you could, if there's anything, Benny, if you have questions when you're doing it, Elaine, can he just reach out to you?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Oh, okay. That'll
Yeah.
be fine.
Okay, great. So I think it's a matter of just copying the paste into some AI, asking for the meta description, trying to fill out any other tags or things that you might be able to do right at that time to bump our SEO score, because it shows our SEO score, which stands for search engine optimization, but that score is at the top of the page, right, Elena and Benny?
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Okay. And so we're trying to get that higher. The higher we get it, obviously, the more we become a hit when someone searches for us. So if there are things there, Benny, around that metadata or that that work that you're going to be doing on those 12 or however many pages it is, reach out to Elena if you would, and just ask her those questions directly in Discord or otherwise.
Okay, sure, I'll do that.
Thank you, Benny.
Perfect. Great. All right, August, welcome. Thanks for joining us. And do you want to give us an update on your project?
Sorry, my car broke down. I was fixing it.
No,
No,
it's
that's
no
okay.
problem. No problem.
No worries.
So yeah, I still have a few left that I give to the other band. The other band made a post on Facebook, and people are starting to share it. And yeah, no other updates. I'm still drafting some emails up to talk to some of my contacts. But yeah, that'll be done in the next day or two. And I just spoke with Steve the other.
So hold on one second. So with regards to the wording for the press release that you're going to post,
I'll send everything over to Megan.
Yeah, just drop it in Discord or whatever's easiest, and then we can proof that, just so that we're on the same page. And then so that's good. So you're working on the press release. That's probably the top priority right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm working on that. I shared it on my Facebook, and then I built that little kind of temporary website that talks about that has the same content that I got approved to share.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, it looked really
That's
good.
that Vercel link.
Yeah,
so
it looked good. I think the key for us is to make sure that any references that you make point to our website, not only because we're paying for it and it's our project, but because that's where the donation button is. So if people are going to get
yes, did you see what I put? Did you see the website that I put together?
Yeah, it looked good.
It all points to the music page. It all points to the website. I have a link to the donation page.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's perfect. And so yeah, that's good.
Okay,
so
cool.
I just wanted to remind you that going forward, if you have people request, just keep giving them the music.givebasicneeds.org URL, and then they'll be that button will be there for them to make donations, etc. And then so how are the posters? Are they all out?
Yeah, they're all out. I still have just a few left over. I don't want to spam it. I'm trying to spread them out. I'm trying to be thoughtful about it. But in some of the main locations, I went around in the town and the community there, and then some of the surrounding places.
Okay.
And then I had one other thing I was going to say. I had okay, sorry, I lost my I lost my thought.
That's okay.
I was
going to ask about the charges and where you are in the budget, because we haven't seen the big one come through for the food yet. Are you still waiting to do that?
Yeah, so I'm gonna message Steve, and I'll try to do that today or tomorrow.
It's no worries.
To get that taken care of ahead of time.
Yeah, it's no worries. I just wanted to make sure you had what you needed to execute the project. That's all.
Yep.
And then
all good.
And then we were just talking about with Ben and the blog posts. What we're going to do from our side is Megan's going to kind of give Benny an outline of 3 posts or 5 posts that he can just write about your project, and taking from what you've said already and what the project description is and all of that. And so it'll be like the first one will just be kind of like, hey, got something exciting going on coming up, kind of a little teaser, stay tuned, blah, 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 blah. And then eventually working into the flyer post and the actual event post, etc. And so that'll be a series of 3 to 5 that that'll show up on our social media and as blog posts, and those will end up being an outline that Megan delivers to Benny, and then Benny will write them based on all the information he has. And Benny, you should reach out in Discord in the U.S. channel if you don't mind, if you have questions for August regarding the posts, and then Megan will be approving the post anyhow. So, but if you have questions specifically about the event, etc., then Benny, you can just reach out to August in Discord, and that way Megan can follow it too.
Okay, awesome. That sounds good.
Yeah, and then Benny, you're good with that?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, okay.
If I need any further details, I'll reach out to August.
Great. And Megan, that works for you as well?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. New site release update?
Yeah, so we
Other-
finally launched the big, bright, shiny new website with the map. I hope you all are enjoying it. Should you come up with any issues with regards to load times and the way that it's looking, let us know. Let me know in Discord, please. The release went well. Performance is exceptional. I got the load page down to nearly sub-second, which is great. I know that Benny said it was performing well in Ghana. That's important. Yeah, we're just we got it out there, and we were able to the migration from our current server saved us almost 200 megabytes of data on our server, so that was good. So performance looks good. It looks like it's usable. Everything's good. Megan just had a little bit of revision. She was going to take her time and comment on or do, whether those are updates in Discord or she's just going to WordPress them herself. That's all good. And yeah, there's nothing really there on the site other than as Benny knows now, we're free to release as many blogs and things out there as we need to. One thing, Benny, and Elena, that I wanted to share with you that I might not have is that because of the way the export was done and the migration was done, there's no chance for anything to point to n.givebasicneeds.org. All of the media library was fully exported and imported, so all of those are referencing Give Basic Needs, not n. And so n. has actually been removed as a DNS name, so you're more likely to get a 404 type error, not found, than you will anything else. So, but it all looks good and has been tested and up, and I haven't heard anything, which no news is good news, so that's good. Did Elena or Benny have anything on that with regards to what they're seeing or concerns that they have with the release?
Yeah, no, all good from here.
Okay.
Yeah,
Great.
but let me ask this real quick.
Yes.
Yes, from the documentation, going through the previous projects, I could see that part of the rules, the blog post had to be copied to other WordPress blogs.
Yeah.
So yes, one was the Kulisi family, which I have access back. I could see some like the Happy Travels.
Yeah.
I
Yeah. The
those
only
ones I think
if Elena corrects me if I'm wrong, but we have decommissioned all of those other websites. The only one that you need to do is the Clusi Family Foundation.
But there's still tasks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yes,
but
one
the descriptions are still in the tasks, and Abby and President and I are going to go through and rework those tasks as Giving Events version 3, because with Benny's help, because a lot has changed. We're now using Canva. For our post scheduling, we're using templates. All of those things need to change. And Benny, that's good observation, that those are essentially erroneous, and we'll need to clean those up in the next version.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Elena, the only one is the Clusi Family Foundation, right?
Yes, okay.
Perfect.
Okay. Yeah.
Great. All right, last thing I have, you may have remembered or heard from last week's meeting that we were looking to possibly reclassify the foundation, and we had reached out to Kareem, and we had asked him also about the mobile money. And so, with the reclassification, after getting some more clarification from Kareem and answering our questions, it doesn't look likely that we'll be able to reclassify. But that's okay right now. Maybe we could
in the future,
or
yeah,
something like
yes,
that.
yeah. So I can give just a little bit because there's a financial piece to that. So basically, we're a private operating foundation, and we're trying to get to a public charity, which is just an IRS classification, a U.S. tax classification. And the only reason we were trying to do that was not because our donations will be tax deductible or something will be different, is that it'll mean less scheduling and work done in forecasting our donations for the current year, because that requirement's not on a public charity. And we'll also be able to raise funds differently, etc. But the reason we can't do that change is because our investment income is too high. So our investment income would mean that we would need to seek donations in excess of like $350 a year through charitable donations, like through our website or through grants.
And we reached out to Salam with this to get his kind of projection as far as like what he thought donations would be from Ghana. So we had some input from him to see what he thinks he could expect, and that kind of went into our decision.
Yeah. So for us, it would take, like I said, it would take over $350,000 because of our investment income and the way the rule is written. And so with that, we're thinking that we will stay a private operating foundation. But I've also asked some follow-up questions of Kareem, who is our attorney, our lawyer, nonprofit lawyer, and waiting for his response on those. But basically, you can expect no change on that going forward, at least for now, because of until we get to the point where we can get a formal grant writer. Then it's not likely that we'll be able to start that transition. And that transition from where we are today until where we are in the future is, I believe, a 3 to 5 year process as well. So we're just going to wait on that. We had talks about maybe a grant writer. We're not sure what we need to do that, if we're going to do that. It would be great to have some grants come in, but it's also less likely because we're a private operating foundation and we're not a public charity. But we're still working those administrative things, and everything is good.
Plus, we felt too it was a lot at once.
Yeah, too much right now. Yeah,
so
we got to slow down.
People coming on board, things changing with the website and so forth. And so we thought, okay, maybe a grant writer, in another year or so possibly. But yeah, so that's in the works. We'll keep thinking.
Keep thinking and keep working it. Yep. But we're doing good, and we're doing amazing things. And I hope you all take time to look at those points on that map and realize the impact that you're having is enormous. And we're super grateful for everyone that's here. And we couldn't do it without each one of you as part of the team. So, yeah, kudos to us. I'm not sure I can find it here, but I'm going to try to do the applause. Wait for it. Somebody beat me. Who was that?
There.
Yay!
I got it.
All right. We did it. We're acting like a real family, a real team now that we got it. Okay, so
that was
yeah,
left-handed.
That was good. Yeah, I was trying to get it with my left hand and the mouse. Okay, so yeah, so then along those same notes, with regards to the reclassification, this is not dependent on us, but it could affect us, and that's whether we're able to do the account in Ghana for the mobile money. I'm still waiting to hear from Kareem on that. Hopefully that's going to not be a sticking issue and an area of scrutiny for us. Hopefully we're able to open that account and begin to accept those mobile money donations in Ghana. So
great.
Yeah, that's everybody's update on that.
All right, I don't have anything else. Do you?
No, does anybody have any questions first on that? Okay, so
Awesome, Elena. Hey, we may be done early. Elena, do you have anything else for us?
Nothing here.
Okay, perfect. Ben, how about you?
No, nothing.
All right.
Okay.
Awesome. August?
Nope, all good.
Okay, great. Daniel or Megan?
No.
Nope, I'm good.
Awesome.
okay, awesome.
Well, hey, look at that. 10:54. We're done a little early. Appreciate you all. Good luck with your car, August. I know that's definitely a stressful situation, so we hope that you get that fixed today.
Thank you. It's all good. It's just my brake light wouldn't turn off, but I know what the problem is. I just yeah, but it kind of scared me.
Yeah,
That's like one of my fears is like getting then it like immobilizes everything.
right, for sure.
yeah.
For sure. Well, good luck
All
with
good,
that,
man.
and everybody have a great week. And August, please keep us in the loop as your project nears. I don't know how far out we
Okay.
are now. I think it's only about 3 weeks. So yeah, keep us posted and let us know how we can best support you.
Okay, got it. I did have one person reach out. I'm talking to them and going through the stuff they sent me, but they were really impressed with you guys and the work that you guys have been doing. They said they would love to maybe help you guys. They do. It's like a service that does like fundraisers, fundraisers for charities, and they work with bands and artists that do fundraisers for charities. They said they really wanted to maybe help you guys host a fundraiser or do like a something along those lines. I'll send you the guy's website, but it seemed like they have a really cool community, and they're all kind of very kind of social driven, mission driven.
Yeah.
It seems like a cool project.
Very cool. And so, August, is this an individual or is this another nonprofit?
Yeah, it's an individual in a community.
Okay. Sweet. Well, yeah, we'll definitely have to take a look at it. I mean, I think once we get through your project and we see how that goes, we're going to be able to evaluate how many more music events we're going to be able to do in the future and the amount of effort that they take and how things go. But yeah, we absolutely keep that information handy. And yeah, we're making good progress.
Okay, awesome.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's called Meyer Music, and they sponsor musicians and bands that do fundraising concerts. But yeah,
Sweet.
I'll send you some of his info.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, just you can.
All right, thank you guys.
Yeah,
Yes,
just drop it in Discord. That's perfect.
Okay.
All
got
right,
it.
thanks everyone. Have a great week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Hey,